Governor Mike DeWine of Ohio has just called a special session in order to save the Democrats' asses. Let's see his remarks right now.
More than a month ago, Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose informed the leaders of our state that the Democratic National Convention this year is being held after the Ohio deadline for getting a candidate on the ballot for President of the United States. Obviously, that creates a problem. When this has happened in the past, the Ohio General Assembly has passed bills that have remedied the situation to ensure that candidates from both major political parties are in fact on the Ohio ballot. That's what has happened in the past. Now, after Secretary LaRose's statement this year, leaders of the General Assembly indicated they would work on bills to remedy this situation. The Senate has passed several bills that would remedy this situation. However, the House of Representatives has failed to do this. The legislature had session yesterday and again failed to take any action.
Well, I mean, at least the House has some balls in this whole situation. I mean, we all know why the Democrats are trying to delay the convention as long as possible in the event that they are going to have to boot Biden and replace him for whoever's going to run for election come in 2024. They want to see if the poll numbers go up. They want to see if his popularity goes up in order to see whether they're going to move forward with Biden or not. But then we have this GOP governor who's doing his best to help the Democrats out through the entire process. Let's be real with this. If this was happening in a blue state in regards to Trump qualifying for the ballot, we know for a fact they would not do anything to remedy the situation. We have states like Colorado who are trying to kick him off the ballot. Good thing the Supreme Court stepped in and did the right thing. But this is ridiculous. This is what the GOP does consistently, and it angers so many of us out there who are just rooting for someone to fight for a conservative cause or the Republicans in general. I've used this analogy before, but it's like the GOP, it's consistently playing Candyland. You know, everyone's in a fairyland, everyone eventually will be friendly and hugging and all that stuff.
I love you, you love me, we're a happy family.
Where we got the Democrats on the other side who are playing Stratego. They know what needs to be done in order to win, and they have proven it on a consistent basis, whether it be they have the House or don't have the House, they are always winning, because it seems like the Republicans have this weird ideology that they just want to be liked by everyone. They want to be liked by the Democrats. They enjoy going on to MSNBC and CNN as being looked at as a moderate Republican, even though they do nothing to fight for the conservative cause. We've seen this so many times, whether we're talking about Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, Mitt Romney.
It's going to be hard to knock him off as our nominee. If he became a nominee, I think he loses again. And
would you support him if he's the nominee?
Absolutely not. I voted to remove him from office twice, so
I knew what your answer was going to be, but I had to ask.
Nikki Haley. Guys, those of you who are out there who are all over social media talking about Nikki Haley, how she's the true nominee who needs to be running for president come this November, give me a freaking break. She is seriously just a female version of Mitt Romney. She will do the exact same thing that the GOP has done for the last few decades, consistently throwing this country into the gutter. Real quick, guys, I will get back into this conversation, but first things first, if you do love this content or if you do want to follow along, kind of see what I ramble about in any future events to come, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button, maybe give me a thumbs up, notification bell, that way you're notified every single time that I put out a new video. Let's get back to this topic right now. But the left consistently fights, and that's why they get across huge things like Obamacare, like the Inflation Reduction Act. Even though they did nothing for inflation, it was just this huge green dream boondoggle of stuff to end up eliminating fossil fuels. But the GOP does this all the freaking time, and it is so frustrating. This needs to go away, and I honestly think this old GOP, you know, the older guys who are they're all about reaching across the aisle or whatever, we will never win like that. The left will consistently win. They will consistently push this country further and further to the left if we keep on with that plan. I also think this is what's keeping a huge swath of voters moving over to the Republican Party. They're like, you guys are no different. You're just a lighter version of what we're seeing from the Democrats. Why would we vote for you? The old GOP is destroying the Republican Party. And it's a good thing that we have people like Ron DeSantis, Vivek Ramaswamy, these true visionaries for what the future of the Republican Party can look like. We got to get this old GOP out of the way. Why do you think DeSantis won by almost 20 points in Florida turned Florida from a swing state into, it's a pretty heavy red state here now. It's because they propose and lead forward with conservative principles, and they put the left in their place. They do not play those games. For some reason, I don't know why, the GOP always plays the stupid Democrat games. It seems like the GOP is always okay just being in second place as long as they're liked, right? They're like, you know, it's fine. Democrats, they could run everything. It doesn't really matter. But as long as, you know, the media outlets and all these like us, as long as we kind of get ours coming back to us, that's why we see members in the House on the Republican side like Dan Crenshaw making all this freaking money off of stocks now, pretty much, you know, doing the Nancy Pelosi effect where it's like, hey, you know what? I'm getting mine. This is great. I'm going to sit here and act like I'm a conservative, but at the same time, I'm going to play with the Democrats because I'm getting paid pretty damn well right now. This has got to stop. And I think that we have so many leaders in the Republican Party who are eventually going to push this away, because there is no way that this country stands with the far left socialists on the other side completely eliminating all the fair rules whatsoever. The only thing they care about is winning. And when you consistently try and negotiate with someone like that, you will always lose. I brought this up I don't know how many times before. In the primaries, I personally wanted Governor Ron DeSantis to be the one running this November. He didn't win. Does that mean that I'm going to sit there and write his name in when it comes time to vote? No. That's why it drives me nuts with all these damn Nikki Haley followers. Guess what? She lost. Just stop. And a majority of the votes that she was getting were from Democrats. And you guys were so manipulated by it. You're always like, oh my gosh, she got all these votes. Look at her. She's doing amazing. Majority of the states where, you know, you can vote in either primary, depending, it doesn't matter what you're registered as, were Democrats who were bringing Nikki Haley up. So quit with the crying already. Get on board and let's vote for the person who's going to push our conservative principles the best this election. You might not like Trump. You might not like his tweets or anything like that. But we all know that when it comes down to pushing conservative principles, he is the best one to win it come this November. All right, there we go. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of haters on here right now, especially coming from you, Nikki Haley, cult-like people out there. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I greatly appreciate it. If you do want to follow along and watch any future content that I do post, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Maybe give me a like, something along one of those lines, and I will catch you on the next one.